With MCP, if you have an existing file, you have a design, you can be like, this is the file, that is a design, implement it. Press enter and it just takes that thing, copy and pastes over here, and then it just arranges the CSS and all of those stuff accordingly. I won't say it's perfect. This may be flaws. I have tested it through and through. It will not replicate the design exactly. And I think the problem is with context length, which I'm saying. Multiple times, sometimes if you have the Figma file that is too long, it will just tell me the file is too long. Because it doesn't even have the
break it down into sections.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
You can break it down. That is the solution, is that you break it down into small sections and tell it to do. That's why initially I mentioned code meet is context section. That's why I said it, because when you do code meet the entire thing, it doesn't do it. And even when you tell the AI things like ये वाला section exactly replicate करो, I think it still sometimes misses out on stuff. Like थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर हो जाता है, but then you can just have the prompt and be like, do this, do that, and it fixes. The benefit here is that, well, unlike a human, it doesn't take off and it's much faster. The loop is much faster. Okay. Right? So that is a benefit here, I would say. So I'm seeing 100%, like ये वाला जो use case है, 100% being gonna be applied on this one. Online API searching, we don't use much API these days, so I don't know if that is useful. Scraping, scraping wala would have been useful, but now you have things like Grok deep research jo hai, and OpenAI ka deep research hai. Not yet, but I think we'll get there eventually. And one more thing I'm planning to try it out with Blender. We have 3D models of Airworld, hum log ka jo renders hai. I want to see if I can ask it to make changes on that 3D model. So that'll be interesting if we can do that. Okay. So those things.
Okay. So that's pretty much everything we need to know about MCP, or do you think I'm not asking some questions that you can give me?
Well, I think MCP is covered. It's like very simple.
Yeah. So I have one last question then. Yeah. For the viewers, right? What are some startup ideas, product ideas, or let's say side projects they can build with MCP? Or let's say MCP is the hero of the product that they're building.
There'll be a lot, yeah. There'll be a hell lot.
1, 2, 3. I think on the top of your head.
I think one of the, I'll just give you one hand again, because we're talking about
again the quality of the ideas might not be that great.
Might not be good. So one was like, you remember we actually have a problem. We actually used to have a problem with that जो भी transfer करने के लिए बोला ना. You design in Figma and then you need a website. You can just have a plugin, a simple plugin to do the entire translation from Figma to website. Before AI was actually implemented into doing this, it was horrible. Like when Figma designs would be transferred to websites, they will use all absolute positioning. Like developers in the comments will know. Like उसमें you don't code it that way. It's like very horrible code होता है वो जब translate करते हैं उसमें. With AI, I think the code will not be horrible. In that sense कि
so a Figma plugin could be a good opportunity.
A Figma plugin.
What other opportunities do you think?
जहाँ पे वो कर सकते हो, and I think scraping could be automated. Zapier could be replaced completely. Like things that you do in Zapier can be built with MCPs. Directly.